This takes me back to the day, Kiefer.
I know.
Back when we played down on Broadway.
Which day?
In
Well,
Nashville.
there's no tip jar here, though. So.
No.
We're
Where's
making
that dang tip jar?
Well, if the tip jar was here, we'd make the same amount of money we did for tips back then. So. Which, if you can't read into that joke, it was nothing. So, since Diesel came on the scene in 2010, let's just start with our 2010. How about that?
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being here anyway. Please, no flash photography or videoing. If it's, I'm just kidding.
How about we do, we have people ask us all the time, what's your favorite Thompson Square song to sing? And because of personal reasons, this song, If I Didn't Have You, is mine. And not to get sad on y'all or anything, but it's a super important story to tell. About 7 years ago, I lost my dad to colon cancer. And Kiefer kept telling me about it. He was like, you really need to write about it. It'll be good therapy. And we were out on the road and had some songwriters out with us, Paul Jenkins and Jason Sellers. And I started talking to Paul about losing my dad, and then he started sharing how he had just lost his grandfather. And the title, If I Didn't Have You, kind of fell out of the air. And then I started thinking about, man, my mom and dad, they've been married for 40 years, and all of a sudden, like that, my dad's gone. And then that made me start thinking about losing him. And the song just kind of came out in like 45 minutes. And thanks to you guys, it went #1 on my daddy's birthday, which is, I mean, it's so hard in country music. Thank you. It's so hard in country music to have a #1, but to have a #1 on my daddy's
specific
birthday.
Day.
I mean,
It's pretty hard.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? So this is my favorite Thompson Square song to sing. Our first #1 is songwriters, too.
Are you having a good time so far? So can we can we sneak something weird on you?
What, don't do that. Don't scare me like that.
Yeah.
Not after the conversation we just had in the back with Diesel. No.
I'm not. That's already happened twice. So our journey has been an incredible one. Coming where we came from and doing what we've done, and we found, the peaks and valleys of the music business, and you guys have kind of stuck with us through the whole thing. And about a year and a half ago, we made a couple of really important life decisions. And we got out of one record deal situation, and we found ourselves in a sea of independence where we wanted to create this new album called Masterpiece, and we did it how we wanted to, and it was just kind of one of those liberating resets, you have to have in life when you just have to chop everything off and just cut everybody out and start over. And that's what we did. And during that process of creating this album, one thing that we've always wanted to do is, one thing that Shauna's always wanted to do, when she came to town, she always wanted to, be a solo artist, which was also my dream, to be a solo artist.
And we really messed that up for each other, didn't we?
And it still is. It's still a dream of mine to one day come to the Cat by my damn self. We'll get there. I'll get there. I might be old and gray, but I'll be here. But so one thing that we did, she loves super traditional country music. I mean, we both come from that background of just Haggard and Jones and Ray Price and all these kind of things. So the one thing that she wanted to do was do this project, And so when we got ready to, when we were talking to Reviver, our new label, we were like, man, we had this idea that Shauna should do a solo project, It should be like really, really super country and like 1960s type country, and to kind of scratch that itch. And they loved the idea. So we just finished it. Today, some of the vocals are being done, but it'll be done on November 1st, and it'll come out next year. But it's like stupid country, like super, super, super country. So if it's okay with you guys, would you guys like to hear one of those things out there? Well, we're not going to do that. I just want to make sure that you guys are excited about it. For next year, you'll be really amped when it comes out. So,
so bad.
Here's Masterpiece now. So it's really cool, man. We got Vince Gill singing on this record, Jim Lauderdale, Rhonda Vincent, Pam Tillis, Ricky Skaggs. I mean, it's incredible. I'm telling you, it's been a lot of fun. She wouldn't let me sing on it, but I had fun producing it. But this song was a song that we wrote with a wonderful, brilliant, talented songwriter called. Her name is Leslie Satcher. She's written a bunch of big hits over the years, and she's an incredible artist herself. The song's called "Lean on Neon." This album was finished, and we were at a house in South Alabama, and I woke up one morning with this song titled "Masterpiece" in my head. I was trying to figure out what that meant. It was like 5:30 in the morning, and I got up and I put it in my phone notes, and put it back on the nightstand, tried to go back to sleep because it's 5:30, and nobody should be up that early. And I couldn't go back to sleep, you know. I kept thinking about what that meant. And so I finally crawled out of bed, asked to not wake the bear, and I went out on the back porch with my guitar, and I started thinking about what masterpiece meant to me. So about 3.5 years ago, my wife and I had marital relations, and we made an offspring, and to that point, if you ask me what the masterpiece was, I just think to me it was like the best thing that I've done. What's the one thing in my life that I'll never be able to outdo? And having that little kid in our life was definitely our masterpiece. I think parents could probably relate to that pretty easily. But so I started writing this song, and she got up around 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I played it for her over the brunch table, and
So bad. It's so not true.
and I said, what do you think? And I looked up, and she was crying. She was like, I love it. She said, I think we need to go back in and cut this song and change the name of the album to Masterpiece. So we did, and man, it led us on this incredible journey to where we are today, and it led us right to this stage today. So thank you very much, guys, for having us. Thank you for coming out, playing this record and everything. This is one of our favorite songs we've ever done. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you for coming out and spending some of your day with us. Thanks to Kat for playing our songs, man. We'll see you guys next time.